players so 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 much come out from qualifiers. You can see we have man, we have so that's great. And because I just about to get started, but why Rashman and so every panels very exciting. I think we have it can first fight against I am Rashman. Alright everyone. Sorry for the short break, and we are live now. We are live now. The stream was running, but it just wasn't connected at the time. So I want to apologize for that. As you can see, first game of the day was EY versus I am Rashman, and so far so good. Looks like I am Rashman has an early advantage, and he has put the queen. He will be taking away the queen of EY, and EY has now lost his queen. Rashman set the onslaught. A lot of damage being done here by Rashman. EY having very little responses. He has lost his queen, and Rashman just has the early advantage. He has a very strong advantage at against EY so far. And EY doesn't have so much of a response. So give me one sec. Let me just put off the music. Apologies for that. Apologies for the playing music, but yeah, I believe we should be clearer now. I want to apologize for any issues you might be facing while the stream is ongoing. Sincere apologies for that. Music is off, and we are live. We are live. So thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for calling that to our notice. So far, Rashman has just been on an onslaught, and DY doesn't have so much of a response. Rashman having an 11 material advantage, and DY is just not having much going for him right now. He needs to come up with something a lot more strategic. He needs to be more proactive, but it just looks like a race against time. Whereas Rashman is just looking to bring the game to an end, and DY doesn't have so much in terms of response against Rashman. So yeah, so the game is ongoing. Do give me a minute to just confirm. Okay, once again, I do want to apologize for the technical difficulties. I just had to confirm that that has been resolved now, and the first game of the night has come to a close. Once again, apologies for the audio difficulties, and we will be going back to the lobby. I believe the next game that is coming up is between Atom Emmy and Go Host. Atom Emmy versus Go Host. So far so good. Ghosts Nathan Ghost seems to have a pawn material advantage very early in the game, but it's still very early. If you look at the ratings, Atom Emmy does look like the stronger player with a rating of 1,759, but Ghost could not is not so far with 1,394. But you'd expect Atom Emmy to have a superior advantage going into this one, but you never can tell. You never can say how the game would play out. But so far so good. It is a 3 minute. It is a 3 minute game, so players have to be very swift with how they respond and how they adapt and how they grow in the overall game. And so far, it does look like Ghost is playing, making the more confident plays. Atom Emmy is responding appropriately, but not too much can be said in terms of progression for now. Ghost still has material advantage, and he also has time advantage, and Atom Emmy needs to come up with something special to counter all of that. Ghost now with 2 minutes 20 seconds on the clock, Atom Emmy with only 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock. You can't say too much is happening now, but Atom Emmy seems to be recovering. He seems to be, getting his game back. And yeah, Ghost has lost more material advantage. Atom Emmy having clear and obvious advantage at this stage of the game, and it's just going to come down to the final round. Atom Emmy having two bishops, Ghost having only one bishop, trying to play it on time, but I think Atom Emmy should be able to see this one through. Although it is a very tight game, only a bishop in terms of advantage, and not so much that he has in terms of like moving around, and whether those pawns of his will be effective enough to to change the game. But yeah, so far it is so good. And Atom Emmy is seeing this game up to the end, but you never can tell. He only has a bishop advantage, and Ghost is not so far from advancing. And both players are now going at it against each other, and it's going to be interesting to see how this one comes to a close. Um, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. Ghost can do too much presently. He doesn't have material advantage, and it should be Atom Emmys for the win. Time could be a decider, and Atomemi is about to lose all his pawns, and it should be a straightforward win for Atomemi at this point. So he goes about to lose all his pawns. 52 seconds on the clock. How does this get played out? How does this turn out? You never can tell. You can't really predict how it's all going to play out. But Atomemi has the obvious pawn advantage, and I believe it's going to be important going into this final end game moment, and he is using it very effectively, trying to corner out the king, trying to push him into a position that he is not going to be comfortable in. And yeah, the corner games are going to be interesting with Atomemi only having 34 seconds on the clock, only 34 seconds on the clock, and he has to be able to uh, figure out figure out how he's going to end it. So very interesting one, and time is running out for Atom Emmy. 31 seconds goes to 30 seconds, and I believe a resignation has come in now, and Atom Emmy is the winner of this particular game. So back to the lobby. If you look at the leaderboard so far, Atom Emmy has 3 points. Rashman has 2 points. Just give me some time to confirm all of that. Atom Emmy has 3 points. Rashman 2 points. Mube 2 points. 2 and 1 point here and there. And there isn't so much really going on. But I believe the next game now is Mube versus Atom Emmy. I do believe other games are ongoing. So I am going to open up more tabs to be able to stream all these games simultaneously. We have Atom Emmy, we have Boss Y going live right now. And you can see it's in this game we have Lambda versus Rashman, and Lambda with a rating of 1,823. Panda, I am the Panda with a rating of 1,162. So we will see this game as our third game of the night. Lambda Panda, 1 minute 7 seconds left with material advantage, a one piece material advantage, and it's looking like checkmate very quickly. And it looks like Lambda has him right where he wants him to be. Is this checkmate? Is this very easy checkmate for Panda, as Panda checkmated Rashman? What is the counter here? What can Rashman do in this instance? It looks like it is checkmate, and Panda has secured this game. He has secured the win in this game, and we can move to the next game. I believe the next game right now is happening now is DY versus Landlord. So DY versus Landlord um, game started not too long ago. The landlord already has a material advantage. Landlord playing with black, DY playing with white, DY with a rating of 1,793, landlord with a rating of 1,750. Both players are closely matched against each other. Once again, this is the Northern qualifiers for the Cage 2024 e-chess championships, and the winners here would also face against the winners for the West and um for the Southern championships as well. So it is going to be interesting to see how who gets to represent which region. And so far so good. A lot of these players have not been disappointing. A very tight game between Landlord and DY so far, and both players are doing the best of their ability. But it's going to be interesting to see who is able to come up victorious at the end of the day. Not much to differentiate them in terms of material advantage. Nobody really having any unique figure, any unique plays that they are making that is going to really determine how it plays out. But time is against them, and the game is also against them. So how are they going to play it out? I believe in this case now we should see the queen protecting the knight somewhere here or somewhere here as well, as you can see just now. And but the queen is in danger here, and if DY had a white bishop, I do believe that would have been helpful for him. But presently we are seeing some trades happening. Some trades have happened, and landlord now has material advantage of one piece, which is very useful going into the end game. But it is just a pawn. But whoever is able to convert that into something substantial will have will have a larger say towards the end of this game. And I'm not quite getting the approach that DeFi wants to make to seeing the game to an end. But no doubt both players are going at it in a rather convenient fashion. But it looks like landlord will be advancing his pawn for potential checkmate for potential victory. And DY is heavily on the defensive right now, and yeah, it's not looking good for him. Not looking like something that is going to work out to the best of his ability. But so far so good. These players are still giving it their all against each other, and it is not looking promising for DY. Although DY is doing his best, but it's going to be interesting to see how everything is going to work out in the next few seconds. Looking to advance his black pawn, he does have very good positioning right now. I'm not going to lie about that. Landlord has very good positioning with his pieces. He has the pawn on h5, and he also has pawn on d6. So these two pawns could just completely redefine how this game is going to come to an end, and it is going to be very interesting to see who is able to do what. And it is not looking good for DY right now. DY, I really do not know how he's going to come up with the moves to still stay relevant, but it is not in his favor. And he has lost his bishop. He is about to see his opponent advance, and yeah, he continues to lose more and more material. 4 materials down, 9 materials down. I do believe he has to resign, or he is just on time, and time is not his friend. The game is not his friend. It is going to be checkmate very soon, and as you can see, one more move left, and he is going to be checkmated. GG's to Okay, what just happened there? Was that a stalemate? Oh my god, oh my god. The landlord just sold the game and it ended in a stalemate. What was that? How did that happen? How did landlord trade away the game? You had already won the game and you threw it away to a stalemate. He threw the game away to a stalemate, and DY is able to survive by the skin of his teeth. Landlord threw the game away to a stalemate, had the opportunity to checkmate, did not checkmate, and the game ended in a stalemate. Sadly for him, he would not be securing victory in this one, even with significant material advantage. So presently on the table, We have Panda with 4 points, Atom Emi with 4 points, Rashman with 4 points, Mube with 3 points, Landlord with 3 points, DY with 3 points. So very, very close game. Not too much to differentiate the players in this northern qualifiers. And we're seeing it so far that there hasn't been so much of a differentiating factor. But will that change as time goes on? Panda seems to be the most consistent with 2 wins out of two, followed by Rashman with 2 wins in three. Atom Emi has 2 wins and 2 draws. And who is going to come out victorious? Positioning also matters. I do believe the top four, or let's say the top six, will still stay in the competition, but as they do start to advance, they need to become more clinical. And now I believe we can jump into the game between Panda. Let's watch Mube. We have been watching Panda, maybe Mube versus DY. We have Panda versus Go Host. I do believe Mube versus DY promises to be a good one. We have not watched any games from Mube. So far, so good. Both players have started nicely, getting their advances, getting their pieces advanced. With Mube in this case having the most advanced pawn on E5, the most advanced pawn on E5, and looking to threaten more on the advancement side. But he is about to fall into more and more danger, and he has to be very cautious there. Both players I do believe are very tactical. Mube with a rating of 1552, DY with a rating of 1793, and both of them just have to figure it out basically. So far the games have been good. Players have been decent so far. There isn't too much to differentiate the players so far. Probably just 2 wins. 2 wins have been recorded maximum. The leaders on the table have only recorded 2 wins so far. But who is going to record more and more wins? Presently, DY seems to have gone ahead in this matchup with 5 points of material advantage. DY on black, Mube on white. Mube losing a lot of material, Mube losing a lot of positioning, and it's looking like it's going to be a very expensive game for him, depending on how he is able to switch things up. I do believe switching things up is going to be important. Presently, G, his knight on G is being threatened, and he's going to have to do a lot more. But it does look like the queen of DY has been activated. There will be a lot of threat over the next few seconds, but it doesn't look like much is going to happen, but a lot is happening. And unfortunately, Mbappe doesn't look like he's going to get through this one. He's going to lose his bishop, and he's going to further lose his pawn, and he is going to be checkmated. DY securing, I don't know if that is first or his second win of the night, but DY has secured his second win of the night now on 5 points. He should have had 3 wins, but unfortunately he ended a game he had already won in stalemate, and that has cost him dearly in this one. So Atom Emi versus Landlord. So far Atom Emi has a piece of material advantage, and he is about to lose his rook to a knight. He would lose material there, and that is going to favor. Oh my God! What are these forks? What are these forks? Oh my God, what are these folks? Oh my God, he just lost his phone. This is just amazing from landlord. And landlord he has done the lot here, securing rooks and securing a queen in the process. He has a pawn advantage and he has a queen for a rook, and it's what do you do if you are Emmy at this point? You are losing so badly, and it doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. He's about to be checked again, and oh my God, it's just ruthless, ruthless, ruthless play from landlord. It looks like a mate in one, and yes, it should be a mate in one. Yes, checkmate, and landlord, I believe, has now secured his third win. I do believe it's his third win of the night. Yes, landlord has secured, just the second win of the night. Let's jump into MJ Profiles versus Ahmad Kabir. Ahmad with a rating of 1,870, MJ Profiles with a rating of 1,659. Ahmad so far has won. Ahmad so far has not won any game. I don't know how that has happened, that he has not played any games, but so far he has not played, nor has he won any game so far. But let's jump into the game between Ahmad and I believe it's his first game, Ahmad and MJ Profiles. I'm not quite sure why Ahmad has not played any games so far. Look at the leaderboard. This is just his first game of the night, so it is an interesting one. 39 minutes left on the clock before the round, before the game, before this night's fixtures do come to an end. In this match, Ahmad looks like he. I'm not quite sure what the play is like here, but we can see Ahmad has got material advantage in the form of the bishop, and Ahmad is on black, and MJ Profiles is on white, and it is starting to look interesting. It is starting to look interesting. Pawns for pawns, knights for knights, and yeah, danger for danger, and phew, it doesn't look so good on the part of MJ Profile. He's making serious moves to now advance his pawns, and so Ahmad is trying to reply him, aura for aura, pawn for pawn, advancement for advancement, and it's looking to favor Ahmad a lot more. Ahmad looks like this particular series of play is going to favor him a lot more than it will favor MJ Profiles. But now MJ Profiles is looking like he is about to lose another pawn, and more we see danger coming to the face of Ahmad. A lot of threats, a lot of disturbance, and I believe Ahmad should be able to see this game through. 52 seconds on his own clock, 1 minute 40 seconds on Ahmad's clock, and a pawn has been gained, and then I do believe that's going to have significant telling on the rest of the game. Check, check here, check there. Is he able to end the game with it? Is he able to um, do more damage? Can't really say, but it looks like he is about to lose another rook, and it's looking more and more promising for Ahmad. Ahmad now has four piece a four-piece material advantage, looking to advance his looking to advance his pawn further, and yeah, it is looking like Ahmad should be able to see this game to the end. Lots of hope, lots of promise, lots of pieces that are just positioned very well for him. Not you can't really say the same for MJ Profiles, who is losing a lot of pieces at this stage, and yeah, you can tell that the game is about to come to an end. 13 seconds though for Ahmad, he doesn't have the advantage of pieces, and I believe time will not favor him so much. He has to be able to figure something out to end this game. It is not in his favor. 8 seconds on the clock, 7 seconds on the clock, 6 seconds on the clock, 5 seconds on the clock. Will Ahmad be able to see this game to the end? Will he be able to? It doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like he is able to. Doesn't, but he might just be able to with 2 seconds on the clock. And yes, that is checkmate. That is checkmate for Ahmad with 1 second on the clock. 1 second on the clock. He is able to secure checkmate and force MJ Profiles into a very close knit defeat. Not much difference between them. Ahmad with a rating of 1,870, MJ Profiles with a rating of 1,659. But Ahmad did come out victorious. First game of the night, 2 points on the board, and he has got his game running. Landlord versus Rashman. I do believe the game should be close to an end. 30 seconds on the clock left for Landlord. 57 seconds on the clock for Rashman. Landlord on white, Rashman on black. Landlord with material advantage of 4 pieces, looking to bring the game to an end, bring the game to a close. Lots of well positioned materials, and and it does look like a lot is in his favor to see this game to an end. So for today's game, once it's I don't know if there will be other people joining, but once it is 9 p.m., I do believe nobody else will be able to join this particular match. We are 30 minutes into this, approaching 30 minutes into this fixture, with 30 minutes left to go as well. Presently on the leaderboard, we do have 35 minutes left in this fixture. Um, we do have 30 minutes left for this fixture, and okay, I do want to ask for a short break. Present Lord 7 points on the board, Boss DY 7 points on the board, and we will be jumping into a short break. Yeah, apologies for the short break. We are back now, and we are good to resume with the games. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for staying with us this far. And yes, we are back live. And presently, with the ongoing games, we can see that Landlord is still maintaining first position at the top with 7 points. DY second position with 7 points. Rashman third position with 6 points. Mubei fourth position with 5 points. Ghost fifth position with 4 points. Sixth position with 4 points. Seventh and eighth also with 4 points. For Panda, Zawo, and Atom Emi respectively. MJ Profiles with 3 points and 1 win. Ahmad Kaber with 2 points and 1 win. So let's jump into the games of the leaders. Landlord versus Mube. Mube fourth, Landlord first. And so far so good. Landlord already having 6 point material advantage in this one. Not looking so promising for Mube in this round. Landlord looks very well set to just continue advancing and continue causing more and more and more trouble for the person of Mube, who is losing material, who is losing daylight, and he is being threatened back to back to back to back. He is just getting it back to back, and yeah, he's being forced to retreat. I believe we should expect some movements towards this direction from from landlord very soon, but we aren't seeing that. We are seeing that he is continuing to advance. His pawn, his rooks. He has two rooks compared to Mube's one rook and one knight, and that should be enough to see to the end of this game. He should be able to advance appropriately. Mube, on the other hand, is being pushed back and threatened back over and over again. Will it matter? Will it be significant? Will it be the game changer? Will it be the decider? Presently, it does look like he wants this to happen, but he can't make it happen because of the ninth here. And yes, able to put him on check. What is going to be the play from both of them? It is going to be an interesting one. We are seeing threats to the king there. Will he be able to do so much? Not so much. He will be able to do again. He is going to get either a queen or a rook. It captures the rook, and that is more material advantage. 10 points in terms of material advantage the person of for the person of landlord, and it is an onslaught in this game. A clean, clear onslaught that is going to see him end up being defeated in this one. He's going for a queen. Mube is just going for survival with 20 seconds left on the clock. 17 seconds left on the clock. More and more and more and more. And landlord is running riot, looking to end this game. Mbappe has nothing in his sight, nothing to hope, nothing to wish for. This is just painful watching yourself come to a defeat. And landlord secures his fourth victory of the night, and he continues to maintain his status at the top of the table. Rashman now with 4 wins in the ninth, Landlord with 4 wins and a draw, giving him that advantage. DY 3 wins and a draw, giving him 7 points. Ghost with 2 wins and 2 draws, surprisingly, giving him 6 points. Presently, we can see Rashman and DY uh, keeping it in close contact with Landlord. Landlord with a rating of 1,771, Ghost with a rating of 1,451, Rashman with a rating of 1,804, DY with a rating of 1,768. Ghost is doing quite well for his rating. Mube with a rating of 1,542. MJ Profiles 1,656. Zawo 1,478. Atom Emi 1,775. So a lot of these players have ratings above. The lowest ranked rated player here is 1,250, and that is Panda. Ahmad Kabir with a rating of 1,861 seems to be bottom fragging in this one. That tells you the level of competition that is here for someone who is the highest rated player in this lobby. He is the highest rated player and he is bottom fragging. That just tells you the degree of competition that he is having to deal with and go through. It is not an easy contest even for players with high rating. So let's jump into a game between Zawo and BY. Or okay, let's watch Amid Malik and Atom Emi. Atom Emi with 57 seconds on the clock, Amid with 37 seconds on the clock. Nobody has a material advantage here, which just means and signifies that players are just keeping it deadlocked, keeping it close within each other. Nothing too significant to differentiate the players, and that's a very interesting one. That is a very interesting one. And presently we see, I do expect, oh, Amid Malik now has a knight to his name, and I do believe he's going to use that to you know drive more onslaught to the person of Atom Emi, who is going to have a tough time seeing this game up to the end. How he is going to see it off will be a very interesting one. How both players do go at each other is going to be critical in determining the direction of the game. But presently, Amid is able to capture extra pawn advantage, looking to capture another pawn. Does capture the pawn, still goes for still goes chooses to protect his other pawns, and now he does have clear sight to be able to to be able to see the game end. 18 seconds on the clock for Malik, 18 seconds on the clock for Emmy, and it does look like Malik should be able to advance both pawns to the end of the map. Will he be able to advance the second one? It looks like that is exactly what he's trying. We will be able to get two queens with 17 seconds on the clock. I do not think. Oh, he just lost a queen. He just lost a queen. Wow. That is sad to see. Probably rushing, not enough time to think things through, not enough time to plan things properly. But I do believe he will still be able to see the game to the end. He will still be able to play his cards right. Not quite sure how he's planning to end it, but it is in his favor both on time and both on material. Only a matter of time. He will lose his knight. Not quite sure how he wasn't able to checkmate this game. Probably he's just playing around, but time is on his side and he still ends up with victory. Hamid wins on time, and with that, we see the leaderboard and we see Hamid has now gone up to, where is Hamid Malik? So I'm not seeing Hamid Malik presently. Or did I miss his username? Sorry, just have to refresh here. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing Hamid Malik on the leaderboard, or is there something I'm not looking at? Okay, it seems he joined in between. Only it seems okay. There are 12 players. There are 12 players in this lobby. Hamid winning his first game of the night, and that takes him to 11th. So we also have Saint Blazy, who is the 12th player, who also has not won any game so far. Ahmed Kabir also winning only one game this night. Leading the tables is Landlord. So let's watch Landlord versus Ghost. Ghost is third with 8 points. Landlord is first with 9 points. So the winner of this game is going to run out of sight, and so far it's looking like Landlord has that ability to run out of sight. Landlord on black, Ghost on white, and Ghost not too far from Landlord, still doing what he needs to do. But will he be able to continue along that path? Will he be able to keep close contact with Landlord? Landlord has two pieces in terms of material advantage, but doesn't have so much in terms of place to go, and he needs to be very smart about how he goes about the game. Landlord, on the other hand, looks like he does have enough material advantage to keep going at Ghost, but Ghost could turn the tables around. Landlord 40 seconds on the clock, Ghost with 1 minute and 1 second on the clock, but he just lost a pawn and will be losing a second pawn, but he's still able to stay close. But it does look like he is going to lose more and more as the time does not favor him so much. And he needs to be smart about how he approaches this. He needs to be really smart about how he approaches this. One critical mistake and the game is over. And I do believe that was a mistake. I don't know how he's going to turn it around, but it is not in his favor so far, and there is more damage than there is success. It's still going to be a mate. It's looking like a mate in two once he is able to get his queen here, and that is checkmate. Unfortunately, he chose not to checkmate, which is surprising. Very surprising. He deliberately chose not to checkmate, and that could lead to an interesting turn of events. That could lead to a very interesting turn of events. I'm very surprised that there wasn't a checkmate here. I'm very, very surprised that he had the opportunity to just put, okay. There was this pawn. My apologies, my apologies, my apologies. Let the grandmasters play their game. They know what they see, they know how it goes. Landlord with 8 seconds on the clock. Ghost with 14 seconds on the clock. Ghost has lost his queen now, and it seems Ghost is just panicking on time. See how will he see the game to an end? He has now lost time. He's not passing the time down to Landlord, and it looks like he is just seeing the time off. Very surprising that he let the game go there. It looked like he did have some form of comeback, but Landlord stays at the top. Ghost probably falls to third or fourth, and Landlord now has 11 points on the board. Let's jump into DY versus MJ profile. DY so far with just a small material advantage, nothing too significant, but he is causing menace, and it looks like he is going to do more and more of that presently. So DY on white, MJ profiles on black. I don't know if this move will be played or this will be played instead, where he captures the ninth, and that gives him more advantage in terms of material and gives him more confidence to continue to advance. So surprisingly, it does seem like MJ profiles could be going down this path with a defeat if he is unable to cause further trouble. But we can see the side of DY having four pieces in terms of material advantage, using it very well to his advantage. Not choosing not to show the queen is a very interesting one. Does have he does have a rook. He does have his two rooks, his queen, and two knights. That's a very powerful combination right now. And DY only has one bishop to counter those two knights and the, so how he's going to allow this game to play out will be interesting. He's setting up the large number of his pieces on black, and so far it does seem to be working for him. Will there be something to transform this game, to turn this game around? We can only watch and see, but so far so good for the person of DY, who surprisingly did not put the king on check. Like, he had the opportunity right here, as he was here, to put the rook on check and probably take out the rook. He would have maybe lost his own rook as well. But that was a move that could have yielded good trades, considering he already has an advantage. But let's fast forward to where the game is currently, and we can see that DY still has some level of advantage, but it's not looking as significant as it was a few moments ago. And whether that would matter at the end of the game, we would have to watch and see. But it is not looking promising. It is not looking promising for DY. Looks like he is going to come out on good terms in this one. Just able to save his rook. But it looks like that is checkmate. That looks like checkmate for the person of EY. Sorry, for the person of MJ profiles. Black is victorious, MJ profiles is victorious, and DY, unfortunately, even though he had some level of advantage, could not convert it to anything substantial, and he was checkmated. He was unfortunately checkmated, and that saw the end of the game to MJ Profiles, who now has his third win of the night, but Landlord is just running away with it. 6 wins tonight, followed closely by Rashman with 5 wins, and he is beginning to run out of sight. We see Landlord versus DY, we see Ghost versus Mube, Panda versus Zawo. So the games are going on live and direct. A lot of wins, a lot of defeats, a lot of struggles, but the players are keeping it in close contact with each other. So Landlord is hot right now. Landlord is firing on all cylinders, and nobody is sticking close to him. Nobody is getting in and around him presently. 13 points on the board, and this game against DY could be critical to anybody who is trying to catch up with him. The thing is, he isn't just winning the games, but he's also winning the big games against the people who can give him a tough time. So the people who can give him a tough time cannot give him a tough time because he continues to destroy them, he continues to defeat them, and they do not have so much of a response to counter him. Look at this game now. He's already seen decent advantage, and his opponents are having to think, they are having to work harder than they should, and Landlord is on fire here, and will Landlord go on to win this competition? He is playing from the north. He is representing the north in this one, and we can see that he is doing a very great job. Rating 1782, DY with also a rating of 1782, but it looks like Landlord has the advantage. Landlord has the confidence, and he's doing very well. He's doing very well at this stage, and whether he's able to continue with remains to be seen. But he is doing very well threaten the person of just to threaten the person of DY, who is also not having a bad game, but the person of Landlord is in really great form and is using it aggressively. He's using it against him aggressively. So we continue to watch and see. Will Landlord see this game to the end again, or will there be a strong response to counter all that is happening presently? We see a very good setup right now from DY just to protect himself and also protect his bishop. But Landlord could look at further advancing his pieces, and it does look like there could be possible threats very soon from Landlord if he is able to pull off this move, although he will be disturbed by this piece. But there is a lot that could just happen for both parties, and the strategies of both players will come into play very soon, very shortly. Will it be Landlord who is victorious? Will it be DY who is victorious? We can only watch and see, but both players are playing a really good game, and it does look like it could start to favor Landlord a whole lot more. 1 minute 7 seconds on the clock for DY, 1 minute 16 seconds on the clock for Landlord. What will that game changing play look like? What would that game changing play be? Who is going to, turn this game around? It's a very close one, a very close knit game. Now both players are going at each other. But it could be checkmate if Landlord is not able to counter these moves. Landlord only The move Landlord makes next is going to determine whether he gets checkmated or not. It is as simple and straightforward as that. Now he has to cover up his base with his knight, and whether that will pay off, we will just have to see. We will just have to see whether that pays off. But presently, we can see Landlord advancing, DY also advancing his pieces, and there does look like a bit of promise with how both players are moving. DY with only 20 seconds left on the clock. And it's not looking like it could favor DY any longer. He has to come up with something more strategic, something more differentiating. His queen is under threat, but he is able to to reverse further, and now the strategies will come out of the bags. It does look like it is Landlord to win. DY only has 9 seconds on the clock. Landlord has 27 seconds on the clock. How it is going to play out? Yes, we were expecting that. Will he return it, or will he bring his queen into play? There could be check here that will see loss of his so many things just not going in the way of both players. And there are threats, but DY loses out and Landlord wins on time. So we take a quick look at the leaderboard just before we run into the next game. We will be going for a short commercial break, 10 minutes left till the end of this round. Thank you so much everyone for sticking with us. We will be jumping into a short commercial break and we will be
In a world where pixels meet a world where anime character come alive and game developers' dreams meets gamer. Get ready as we usher in a new era of gaming greatness. This is not just an event, it's a journey. So buckle up, power up, and get ready to unleash your inner gamer.
Do you love playing video games? Or a professional live streamer in gaming? You can also step into the light as a professional esports player representing one of the biggest teams in Nigeria or Africa. So I guess you've landed on the right page, because here we take you into the world of games, gamers, and gaming. From tournament organizing to game shows, podcasts, you name it. You get to meet the best of the best in the esports industry right on this page. So make sure you share to someone, follow, and also subscribe to all our platforms. We're Game Evo Esports, the world of games, gamers, and gaming.
Time to wake up to a new reality.
Hey gamers, ever wish you could challenge your opponents from any part of the world while making cool cash? Now you can with GamePrize. And here's the kicker, signing up is completely free. GamePrize isn't just any gaming platform. You can wager on your favorite titles, engage in third-party wagers, and even host your own tournaments. The possibilities are endless. Whether you're a seasoned pro or you're just dipping your toes into the gaming world, there's always something for you. Join the GamePrize community. See you at the leaderboards.
Hello gamers, it's your girl Jeannie. Today is the day actually going to determine the Case 24 champions who's going to represent Ghana in the Case 24 finals in Nigeria in November. We are here at Esports Academy at Ghana, Accra, and we're having the games for EAFC 24 and MK1.
How many tournaments now?
Honestly, I've lost count.
You've lost count. Yeah.
Let's catch him in the shot. You know what? I don't want you to say anything. Just one expression for me. How are you feeling after that win?
I'm feeling good. I knew I'll win this game.
You knew you win.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for sticking with us up to this point. We are into the final 5 minutes of the game. So far, Landlord has won this competition, and I have to use the word won because we need at least 3 games for this competition not to end the team victorious. But he already has 17 points. MJ Profiles has 11 points. DY with 11 points, and Rashman on 4. Rashman fourth with 11 points. So presently we can confirm Landlord as first place finishing first place. Well, second place, will it be MJ Profiles, will it be DY, or will it be Rashman, or even Ghost? Ghost could also come from behind to win this. So let's jump into a game between DY and MJ Profiles, who are both second and third. And this could be game that determines who finishes second. And so far, MJ Profiles does have a two-piece material advantage. DY already down by two-piece material, and how does this turn out? Does it go in the favor of DY? Does it go in the favor of MJ Profiles? So far, it is in the favor of MJ Profiles, and it will be to up to DY to to recover himself and to bring more promise to whatever he's trying to achieve before this game does come to an end. But so far so good. DY playing on white and without playing on black. Both players not having a very bad game, but we can see that DY is trying to make a comeback in terms of material. He should be able to win one here and probably just advance from there. No, it chooses to go for the bishop, tries to bring in more threats, bring in more attacks, bring in more offenses, and the game can go which, uh, whichever which way. And these are really good players, really grandmaster players who can lock and unlock and make a difference in the snap of a finger. Who will be finishing second place? Who will be finishing third place? Will it be DY or will it be Rasman? Ghost is now up to second place. I believe he did win his last game of the night. MJ Profiles, on the other hand, is in third place, but the game between MJ Profiles and DY will determine who finishes second and who finishes third. Presently, he is looking to threaten more. I do believe his next move will be a very tactical one, and it will be one that could determine how this game all turns out, or how this game all pans out. Will there be something here just to move just to move DY off the position that he is trying to attack on? So presently we are seeing so many moves that could just go. Presently MJ Profiles on black is under so much threat, so much pressure. How does he counter this pressure? How does he prevent pressure? There's just so much that is going against him presently, and he has to be able to counter all of this in a very short space of time. Very interesting move there, and it does look like he is going to use his bishop, but he is going to be able to forestall the attack that DY was pushing, and presently we can see that DY has been able to turn the game around in terms of material, but material is just but a figure count in the game of chess, and how these guys are going to turn it around. This is going to be crazy. NJ Profile only 18 seconds on the clock. DY on the other hand having 30 seconds on the clock. We It's going to be very interesting to see how these offenses play out. But I can tell you it is no small feat. Who will be second? Will it be DY? Will it be NJ Profiles? The last few seconds of the game are going to be critical, and DY is no doubt coming under pressure. NJ Profiles is also under pressure. Both players, and it's not turning out exactly how they would want it to. But we can see MJ Profiles pushing for a win with 10 seconds to go on the clock. He threatens check, forcing DY away, takes his knight. He will capture the rook, he will capture back, and then we should see the time game play out. It is going to be a time game. I doubt anybody will be able to see this game to the end. 5 seconds on the clock, 4 seconds on the clock. Who is able to turn it around? Choosing not to turn it around in the direction, and there is just very little anything we can do at this stage. It looks like DY is going to win on time, and DY has been confirmed as second place for the Cage 24 Northern Qualifiers. DY finishes second, Landlord finished first, and Ghost finished third. Joined third with MJ Profiles on 11 points. DY just coming with that last minute victory to see him to see him victorious in third, and now Ghost also finishing joint third as well. So thank you all to everyone who stayed with us to watch this qualifiers. It has been a very amazing game. It has been a very amazing series of fixtures, and we are going to round up the stream here. So once again, we'll take a look at our leaders. Landlord finishing first in the Northern qualifiers, DY finishing second, Ghost finishing third, MJ Profiles finishing fourth, Mube finishing fifth, Rashman finishing sixth, Zawo finishing seventh, Panda finishing eighth, Atom Emi ninth, Ahmad Kaber 10th, 11th and 12th going to Hamid Malik, St. Lazy, Adalinda, and Ogunwole for these Northern qualifiers. So thank you all for sticking with us till the end of this match. I do believe the Southern qualifiers, the Southeast and South qualifiers will be happening tomorrow before the Southwest qualifiers that will be happening on Thursday. And after then, we will schedule the fixtures that will see the players who will battle it out against each other for either the top tier or the bottom tier of this Cage 24 championships. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we look forward to seeing you in the future competitions. The stream will be ending, and we say a big thank you to you all. Thank you.